Hi, I'm Noelle. Thank you for joining me today for your yoga practice. Today we are focusing on lower back pain. And there's a few things that cause lower back pain. It could be tight hamstrings, it could be an over tight butt, not having enough core strength, multiple different things. So we're not really focusing on hamstrings today, but we're going to do some stuff to alleviate the low back pain and strengthen the abdomen to create more equilibrium between the two. So first what we're going to do, we're just going to place our hands down. We're going to drop into our bodies, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you can make a little bit of an audible sigh out. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, sigh out. And then just noticing the base of your spine. Does it feel tight on the sides? Does it feel sticky or achy? Just kind of noticing where that's at. And then from the base of your spine, from your sacrum, all the way down to the base of your tailbone, think about stirring a teeny little glass of tea. We're going to do a little teeny glass of tea that you're kind of mixing everything into. Maybe you've added some sugar. And we're just doing some little teeny stirs from the base of the spine. I'm going to the right. And then we're going to switch that and stir to the left. Again, from the base of the spine. A lot of times when people are doing it, they're stirring from their rib cage. And we're really thinking about where we're stirring from. So from the base. Very good. We're going to drop our right hand down to the mat, and our left hand's going to go up and over. We're going to see separating the rib from the hip, and that sits bone's going to be grounded down into the mat, stretching our QL here. Inhale and exhale. Now, one of the things that you can do that can add a little bit more mobility to your spine is really think about that bottom chest turning up towards the sky. So we're twisting in, pressing down, and then we're breathing into our ribs, into our lumbar spine. One more time, inhale and exhale. Our arms are going to come up. We're going to meet them in the middle, and then I'm going to drop my left hand down, right arm going up and over. Again, ribs separating from the hip, and the sits bones grounding into the mat. Inhale here and exhale. Really think about turning that bottom chest up towards the sky. We're going to speed that up. So we're going to come up to meet, going up and over to the right, stretching up and over, maybe lengthening from the middle finger all the way over, coming back up and over to the left, doing the same up and over. One more time, the center, going over to the right. This time maybe stretching from the pinky finger, seeing if that changes anything. Really still rotating your chest towards the sky. Up and over, left hand side, stretching from the pinky, making sure that sits bone is grounded, breathing in and exhaling. Hands come to center, open them up in a cactus or a field goal position, setting the heart up towards the sky. And then bringing your hands to the mat, we're going to roll over into our tabletop position on all fours. Now, I know everyone's used to doing cat and cow, but what I really want to focus on here is that when we're doing the cow and we're placing that kind of that saddle on our back, I'm dragging my hand towards my knees and my knees towards my hand and lifting my chin up so that I'm getting a stretch all the way up through the front of my body. And then when I tuck into my cat, I'm tucking my chin, I'm pressing my hands energetically away from me, my knees away from me, so that I'm feeling a stretch on either side of my spine. Inhale to your cow, really engaging. I'm really pulling everything in towards each other. Exhale to your cat, energetically pushing everything away from each other. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. From here, I want you to press into your right knee and your left hand, and we're going to lift that leg out behind you. And my abdomen is up and it's hugging my spine, and then option to lift up your arm in this bird dog. My neck is in alignment with my spine. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to hold here. Just continue to breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, place those down. So now we're going to switch to the opposite leg. So I'm sending my left leg out. Option to add the hand and continue to breathe. Here, abdomen is up, hugging the spine. Last inhale. Exhale, place those back down. We're going to send our hips back into child's pose. Now, if you have a lot of low back pain, sometimes spreading those knees and sinking down is a little bit too much. So today, because we're going to be focusing more on that low back, place your knees closer together, hands walk out, and my abdomen is resting on my legs for a support. Inhale here. Create a little bit more traction by walking your fingers out. Coming back to all fours, tucking your toes, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. Sending your hips up and back, really letting the weight be backwards. Armpits are rotating towards each other. Inhale here. Now walk your feet so that they're at the tips of your mat, and your hands are too. And we're going to slide through to upward facing dog. And my toes will flip, my thighs are strong and lifted, and my collarbones are separating from each other. Inhale here. Exhale, send yourself back. We're going to do that again. Inhale, sliding through. Going back. One more time. Now this, if you have a lot of low back pain, this might feel like a little too much, but inhale. Exhale, going through. Making everything nice and strong, and then sending back. Walking our feet forward, crossing your feet, and we're going to come to a seated position, then to roll all the way down and back. It's going supine. So now that you're back, I'm going to have you keep your feet at your hip width distance apart from you, and you're going to bring your right knee into your chest and hug it in. If you have knee pain, you can go underneath. And then press that in to your chest. Inhale. If you want a little bit more, you can always send that leg out. Inhale. One more time. We're going to switch legs. So now I'm going to bring my left leg to me, hugging that in. And then you can send that right leg out straight if you want to, or keep it up. Whatever feels best for your back. Bring both legs back down, and then we're going to bring both legs into us in that nice hug there, pressing them in, releasing that low back. Inhale and exhale. You're going to take your body out long, arms out long, and then we're going to just kind of lift our right and left foot up and place them back down, nice and gentle. You don't have to go as high. You can go lower, or you could come to the midline. So your choice, but really think about pressing down your middle back area that kind of tends to pop up, especially if you have a sway back. One more time. And then walk those feet back up and in. And this time we're just going to rock our pelvis. You're just going to pull the pelvis up and release it down. Sometimes that sacrum can get a little glued feeling. So we're just going to rock it up and down. And then I'm going to have you do kind of a belly dancing move where you lift your right hip up, lift your left hip up. Kind of you're lifting it up towards your rib, which you're just going to giving that area just a little bit of juice. And then continue to lift it up. Okay, so now for the tricky part with this type of belly dancing move, send the hip down and away, which is a different sensation to send the hip away from the rib than lifting it up. But it feels really good, especially in those little areas that can get really swollen feeling. Okay, so now we're going to press into our hips, hands go down by the side of the mat. You can even grab your mat. My mat's a little thinner today than some of the standard ones. And you're going to lift your heels all the way up into a little bridge. Now, This is more of a Pilates bridge. If you want to go into a yogic one, you're going to press back more into your shoulders, lifting more through your heart space. Inhale, try not to let your knees drop open, keeping them engaged. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, slowly rolling back down to touch and then pressing in. Again, inhale, lifting everything back up. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to lower back down. And we're going to do that one more time. And we're holding that for about 5 breaths. Inhale. And lowering that back down. Very good. So this time now what we're going to do is we're going to take that figure 4-esque position where your foot goes over the top, kind of like you could pull a kid through your legs, and you're going to bring your all the whole architecture towards you, but then send your tailbone down. And the reason that we're doing this is that that top butt, when it gets really tight, it pinches some of the nerves and can cause some low back pain. So we're just going to stretch out that butt a little bit here in hopes that it will give some openness to your low back. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Releasing down, switching the architecture over. So now my left leg's going on top of my right. And I'm bringing it towards myself. And then I'm sending that tailbone back down. So if I stay here, yes, I might feel it. But I feel it more if I send it down. And then pressing that knee away from me. Inhale. We're going to bring that architecture back down, and we're going to take the legs and we're going to slowly, you can bring your arms out kind of a little bit to a T if you like for a little bit more stability. I'm going to drop my knees towards the right very slowly. Inhale them up. Exhale, dropping the knees to the left. Inhale up. Now this is a perfect place to take a mantra. Exhale down. It could be something like, I love life. Life is supportive to me. Exhale, I love life. Inhale, life is supportive to me. Exhaling, I love life. Inhale, life is supportive to me. Exhale, I love life. Now, if that doesn't feel true, just say, as much as possible, I love life. And as much as possible, life is supportive to me, till you can get to the point where you feel like you can say that without resistance from your brain or your heart. Okay, so now that we kind of juiced it up a little bit, I'm going to have you press your heels into the mat, lift your hips up and over to the left, and then just drop the knees over. And we're going to stay here for about several breaths. Inhale here. And exhale. Now the important part is to keep that shoulder pressed down onto the mat. So if you're at a place where your shoulder is lifting up, walk yourself back to the place that you can be in this position with your shoulder on the ground, which might mean that your knees are here, and that's fine. And then also make sure that you can fully breathe into your spine in this position. And if you can't, back up again and go to a place where you can breathe and feel supported at the same time. And then we're going to bring our legs back to center, bring the hips to center, and then just kind of lift them up towards yourself, push them away again in that belly dancing-esque position. Then I'm going to push my heels into the ground, lift my hips up and over to the left, drop the knees, no, my hips to the right, drop my knees to the left, and then sink in here. Again, shoulders are pressed into the mat, knees are to where you are comfortable, where you can continue to breathe, and inhale and exhale. And then bringing the legs back up, bringing your hips back to center. Now from here you can go into Shavasana full layout if you like, or you could bring your knees up and into you and just kind of hold on to them and take a Shavasana here. That's how I'm going to do it because that feels the most supportive to me today. So taking a deep breath in, and a deep breath out your mouth just like we did at the beginning with an audible exhale, and allowing anything that hasn't been supportive today, yesterday, weeks, years, imagining that wherever that is held in your body, rolling off of you like dark smoke, away from you, out the window, and just cast it into the air, being purified by the sunlight. Sinking in into a deep breath. Turning to your right or your left side in fetal position, your choice, allowing the earth to be supportive to you. Take your hand, press it into the mat, bringing yourself all the way up and to sit. Inhale and exhale. Taking your hands into prayer, bringing them in between your eyebrows. The person that is loved and supported in me sees the person that is loved and supported in you. Bowing forward to seal your practice. If namaste or a form of gratitude is in your practice, you may take that here. Thank you so much for joining me today for your practice to relieve lower back pain. I hope that was supportive. Thank you very much.